Next thing in a second, we're also playing in a modern challenge with this list, which I've been working off mostly off stream. It's kind of updated Orzhov here. Of course, like Mardu, Orzhov, Boros, all really nice, really viable options. I think I really am interested in having access to Grief Scam. Have really Grief Scam for some of the more interactive matchups, and then having access to Nightmare to just crush Boros and crush Jeskai in the late game. And I think that this build has been really good for me. Playing a 1 Ranger of Eos, which has been pretty nice. I've been pretty happy with the this build at the moment. I think this will be a nice challenge list for today. All right, let's click the keep button. I think the Boros matchup is probably pretty good. Although they hit a Spyro here, that's pretty gnarly. Discard Static Prison and Plains. Interesting to see Spyro over Fable. Probably good for me overall since I have Bowmasters in my deck, I guess. Do I want to Nightmare my Ranger-Captain now? No, I think we'll just try to have a 3/3 and play to block. I really don't know how Boros isn't like stock Ranger-Captain or Mardu isn't stock Ranger-Captain. It's just like, it is just better than these cards. Than Fable and Spyro, I think. So my opponent has a Bowmaster. Or they have a Nightmare to get back to Spyro, and maybe they have both. Let me just take 4. Well, good thing I've got another one of those, I guess. Oh, you know what? I should have attacked first. But now I'm just going to play around Removal Spell as like a coward. But if it's a bold claim, not only is it a bold, I feel like it is like so obviously better than Fable at this point. It just like grabbing Ocelot Pride and like interacting with your Jeskai opponent and your Necro opponent and your Living End opponent is so good and relevant, and it gives you like this incredible late game that is really hard to deal with. It is awesome. It is so good in this deck. So giving me back a Nightmare, which is interesting. So what does this attack mean with this Bowmaster into my first striking Ocelot? It probably means that they have their own Nightmare. That's kind of what we thought with the attack last turn. So I think I can just make that bad, right? I'm playing Spark as a low card. That's fine, but at this point I just feel so confidently that it's just clear that Ranger-Captain is better and no one plays it, but I mean, obviously I could be wrong, right? People... Wait, they reveal what? Oh, Flage. It said their username here, not the Flage. But obviously, like anything else, I could be wrong. Alright, 2 cards in their hand. Here comes the Nightmare, probably. It's gonna be tough. Their Raptor hits where hitting 3 drops off of both their Raptor activations is pretty good. They probably should have got back Bowmaster here instead of the Flage. So I'm going to get back Ranger-Captain, and then I'm going to grab a 1-drop, and then I'm going to Nightmare twice. Right? So I guess I grab Guide of Souls first, so I get a little bit more life. Well, maybe I can't. Yeah, yes, we go. Yeah, I guess we just go get Ocelot. Gain life. And I can sack the Guide of Souls. So yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9 permanents. I can sack the Guide of Souls to get another Ocelot, and then that'll give me... Oh, it won't give me City's Blessing because I won't have the Nightmare in play. I think we just get back Ranger-Captain then. 3/3 just blocks on this board pretty well, right? Did you get Blessing on second cat trigger? I don't think so, because so assume this was the cat. We would have 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 on the other cat because this bounced to the hands. So we had one less permanent. Gonna escape the Flage. That's probably okay. We'll see. I don't know. We might lose, but I don't think we need to be that worried about the Flage escape. We maybe need to be more worried about them just like killing 2 things a turn. Okay, I guess we block like this. Kind of surprised they didn't kill my Ranger-Captain pre-combat. They just have a Bowmaster in their hand. Okay, so we sack this, we get back Ranger-Captain. We tutor up an Ocelot. Then we Ranger-Captain back an Ocelot. Oh, sorry, we sack Ranger-Captain Nightmare to get back an Ocelot. Saying Fable is better than... Or saying Ranger-Captain is better than Fable is quite the bold claim, Aspiring Spike. I don't know about that one, brother. I don't know about that. It just is. I feel like I've been playing so much Ranger-Captain in all these shells, and it's just been so much clearly better than Fable every time. It's wild. Anonymous, 26 months. Thank you. Welcome back. But it's okay. You know, we'll see how the tournament goes. We got a couple Suncleanser to bring in. Gonna bring in the extra Fatal Pushes. We cut the Thoughtseizes. I've been kind of wanting to cut the 4th Ephemerate in this matchup too. We could maybe cut into Ajani. Our Ajani's are worse than theirs. Tripping 1 is fine, I think. They're on Spyro, so I definitely want to keep the Bowmasters in. Could have Grief, maybe, too. I think it makes sense if we want to cut an Ephemerate. I've been drawing 2 Ephemerates early sometimes, and that costs me the game. Yeah, it's like not that big a deal. Okay, I'm glad I trimmed a Grief. Sanctifier. You could bring in Sanctifier for Flage. I definitely have in the past. It's kind of awkward here, but I'm gonna go Guide of Souls, Evoke Grief. Drawing both Backstreets pretty awkward. Anonymous, 6 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Could you be running a Soul Sister instead of Ephemerate? We are running a Soul Sister, Guide of Souls. If you mean actual Soul Sisters, no, you should never put that card in your deck. So they don't play Nightmare, which implies that they drew Ranger-Captain. Or sorry, Bowmaster. I drew Ranger-Captain. I'll keep a land here. When you have Nightmare, like, just lands are so good. Also might want to just cast this next turn. So they found an Ajani. Should be okay. Did you Bowmaster, they would have attacked. That's true, yeah. Good point. I think I'm pretty unlikely to want to Solitude here. A bold claim. This is better than Fable. I don't understand. It it isn't. Yeah, I think I just let this flip. PT with the 12 months. Appreciate you, homie. Hope that you're doing well. Rat poison with the 14 months. Thank you so much, too. May your rats always be poisoned, I guess. It was so clear I was spared when all the stock lists be on it. I don't know. I mean, the stock list took forever to adjust the Ocelot Pride, and I don't know. I at the very least, I've been playing a ton of it, and it has just been so incredible every time. You know what I mean? Like, I just have not. I don't know that I've experienced a turn where I felt like I've been unhappy to have Ranger-Captain over Ocelot Pride. I think we can keep this on top and go like Nightmare plus push next turn maybe. But again, I you know, could be right. So if I kill this Ajani, I mean, I guess I have to kill the Ajani because of the ultimate. And then I can Nightmare there, or I can use Nightmare to kill their Nightmare with the grief. Oh no. So I need to do that main phase 1. Okay, well, sorry about that. Now I've kind of exposed this to Static Prison. I think I still have to kill this Ajani. How's the 20 months? Thank you, welcome back. Boober Shaker 13. But to some extent, people just have Fable of the Mirror Breaker brain. Like, you know, I don't know if that makes sense, but people just will just kind of refuse to think that there's ever a better 3-drop for a deck than Fable, which, you know, is kind of valid, right? Fable's really fucking good. Would Delny ever be worth it in Boros list to double all your creatures' triggers like a top end? For me, I'm just so high in Ranger-Captain, I guess. Is what the main point I'd like y'all to take away. I think Ranger-Captain is so phenomenal. No attacks is interesting. Alright, so let's kill this Ajani again. I think I'm sacking the Ranger-Captain to the Nightmare, so shrinking it's kind of a bit awkward, but we get to go pop off here. Oh, sorry. It's already casted my next Nightmare. Well, maybe I won't cast the Nightmare again. Just cast another Ocelot Pride and hold up push. Not expose this to a discard, or to a static prison. It will be exposed to a discard spell. I will register Ranger-Captain of Eos tomorrow's challenge generator. Thank you, GRX. Appreciate you. Keep clicking the keep button. We talked a little bit about Bloodbraid Marauder in that deck, and I'm not the biggest fan of the card. Alright, so we get to see the hand. Pretty solid. Yeah, there's some good Bloomburrow cards. I guess I might take tomorrow off to work on Bloomburrow a bit. I drew another Ephemerate here. Wide playmat? Alright, we'll see what we could do. We'll see what we can do. The Orzhov Mirror, maybe. Although they'll probably play Marty, right? I think I should let them Thoughtseize so I can keep the pressure on here. The last card's a Fatal Push, or what? Not last card. One of the last two cards is a Fatal Push. Galvanic Discharge. Fair enough. So they got one card in their hand. They're down to 8. Go Ocelot Pride, go. Keeps a card on top. Good old bluff attack. Can't do those with the hand hider on. I'm playing this because of getting more permanents for Ocelot Pride. Maybe I could just keep bluffing the guide of the Bowmaster there, though. You can't get those bluff attacks in without a hand hider. I could just never go for them. Probably should have attacked first. It's not going to be that different, though. It's an Aether Hub in the yard. Trades off. So nice to have this as a way to make a top deck Flage worse. I'm going to cast this. Could be a good argument to having it as land for Solitude, but I'm going to cast it. Also stops a top deck Nightmare. Okay. Might target their own cat here. Okay, target the Trawler. We're looking for a Ranger-Captain. We're looking for an Ocelot Pride. We're looking for a Chthonian Nightmare as the best top deck. We're looking for Some other cards I probably won't say. I don't know. All right. Taking 5. Taking more than 5. Taking 7. Yeah, I don't feel that confident that I can kill the Ajani, and I have a lot of top decks that really do bail me out, so let's just take that hit. And pass the turn. Am I dead? I think I might be dead. Tough. So not really top deck anything. Lost 2 or 3 turns. But that's how these games go, I guess. You put on top decks well, you don't, you lose. I gotta block the cat. What if a nightmare gets me out of this? Probably not. Maybe just... I guess Solitude doesn't even do it because they have 2 flyers. Okay, do another Bowmaster. On to game 2 we go. We did just play this matchup. We're gonna bring in the Suncleansers. I should probably have some Sanctifiers in. Sideboard like this, maybe? Yeah, the groups are just kind of slow unless you scam them, and I don't think we need to scam them for this matchup to be in our favor. So let's be a sideboard like this. Yeah, we just have hand hiders up for the challenges. Nobody's done anything shady. Did I see Dingo's Night Escape Shiftless yesterday? No, I haven't seen it. Alright, on the play. Click on the keep button. Gonna do a collaboration stream with Deck7. Probably not. I don't really. I guess I do some collaboration streams, but also like, I don't know. Probably not. Never say never. Doesn't do collabs. I didn't say don't do collabs. I said I don't usually do collabs. I've been doing more lately. I did one with Niall yesterday, but I don't know. I don't really know Dak Vaden, you know. I'm sure he's a lovely person. So our hand is Solitude, Ephemerate, Godless Shrine. We played the Nightmare out here instead of holding up Ephemerate to play around the Thoughtseize, so glad that worked out. Took the Ephemerate instead of the Solitude. I guess that makes sense because the Solitude can be scammed with the Nightmare. Take this hit. What's the interaction of Pride and Bowmasters? You get a second 0 army. Yes, and the army triggers Guide of Souls, but just dies. At least that's what I believe the interaction is. All right. So let's attack with both of these. Get that Guide of Souls large and perhaps even in charge. Oh, I said yield to all energy abilities, and for some reason I thought I was about to yield to the turn and a little mini heart attack there. We get that third trigger from copying the Orc army, which immediately dies. The acidic with the 23 months. Thank you so much for your information. Your face is covered in the cards. Makes it more difficult for me to snipe you. Please, Germany. I'll do my best. Thank you for the reset. All right, casting an Amped Raptor. Finding another Amped Raptor. Plays a Marsh Flats. Cracks Marsh Flats down to 5. Now Guide of Souls is lethal by himself. 4 mana. Is this Wrath Disguise? Oh, Escaping Flage. Duh. I think they're just dead on board, right? I just jump anything with the Guide of Souls, and that's 8. This Torpor with Recycling versus Boros. It's a little awkward against Flage, but if you're really good at exiling, getting rid of a resolve Flage, maybe. Okay, I like our sideboard plan. I'm gonna submit this again, probably. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, though. Right back.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
All right, let's go. On the draw for game 3 against Mardu. We play against Mardu round 1 also. Prince on a mold of 6. Let's keep our 7. When it keeps the 6. Turn 1 GOS. Here's the hand. Decided to bottom the Solitude. Felt kind of close. These Bowmasters are a lot worse now that my opponent knows I have all of them. I just drew the second Sanctifier. I kept this hand minus second Sanctifier on the draw. I always love to be on the draw against opponent mulligans and getting Thoughtseize like in these kind of spots. Or I'm just happy to take any 1-for-1 trade. All right, they exile a Thoughtseize with a Surveil land. 3 cards in their hand. Static Prison? A second Guide of Souls is pretty good. I've drawn my own Guide of Souls. So down to 17. So I don't think our opponent's too likely to do any looting here. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I have Fatal Push. I need to push here to deny life and an energy. Now this is a good surveil for our opponent here. Alright, double Fable. Pretty good. Let's go and take this hit. Got a lot of good top decks. Yeah, I would take double Ranger-Captain. It's only fair. Alright. That was a great top deck. Pretty bad. I need to draw like a Nightmare. Oh my gosh. We should have select a white creature. Good top deck for them. So I block here. My opponent is going to be able to zero the Ajani and then gain 2 more life and kill something of mine, but then I'll be able to have a creature in the yard to Nightmare, and I'll be able to just kill the Ajani. So I think I'm okay blocking. Goes after me. Guess that makes sense. Why no Solitude Ajani? It's way more important to stop them from copying reflections with reflections and gaining a million life off the Guide of Souls. Johnny's not that scary here. Just gonna die. Okay, so 2-0, beat Mardu twice. Good showing for the deck so far. Let's see, 1 day ago on Eldrazi-tron. I'm gonna mulligan my 7. And keep my 6, I guess. Still an Eldrazi. Got 4 Break the Ice on the sideboard. They say no to Eldrazi Temple, Disruptor Fluid, or an All Is Dust. It's interesting. But nice to win the die roll. What are you going to do? Not getting Tron is good. So I'm going to Kozilek's Command my Ocelot Pride by the looks of it. Oh, they're going to make a spawn. Okay. Dealio. They put 1 card on the top. Maybe that Eldrazi Temple. No land drop to hit, unfortunately. Got a ring. Okay. Not really any decision here, I guess. They exiled 2 All Is Dust, which is pretty good news. Oh, they have Emrakul. Oh. Well, better than Emrakul. But Scrying 10 is pretty good. Or am I targeting the Orc army? Probably at their face, right? About to be dust. I mean, the thing is they've exiled 2 All Is Dust. I don't know how many they play, but it's between 2 and 3 probably. I don't think they're main decking 4 that often. So like the likelihoods that we get All Is Dust is pretty low because they had devoured 2 away. How close is Scry 10 to Tutor? Well, with 40 cards in their deck, 25%. Usually 3, yeah. They put 3 on top, 7 on the bottom. Eat your heart out, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Doesn't really matter. Second the upkeep. Yeah, we that is the plan for sure. Scared of an Emrakul. I don't think you want to plus because of Emrakul. Well, it's the steal all your creatures Emrakul. What did you want? What did you want to do instead? I have to plus. They might make a bunch of tokens. Yeah, like what is? Like I can ultimate the Ajani and get them down to just a creature, right? Not that this is gonna win the game, but it doesn't feel like I didn't play around Emrakul. I'm just not gonna register Figure of Destiny. I'm sorry. Okay, my hand is Nightmare, Nightmare, Guide of Souls. The card is just too shitty. Never mind, I see. They also have to sack the Mind Stone. Draw a card with the Thoughtseize. Get back Bowmaster. I guess I should also do this. Should have done this with the Guided Soulstone play, but we'll grief them. Alright, done a game. I think if I had drawn the land for Ranger-Captain the turn before, maybe we would have won. Okay, on the play. With the keep. I'm going to keep 7. Kind of interesting grief scam decision there. So if I take this All Is Dust, they can't Labyrinth out the ring very well, or at all. I'll take the All Is Dust. I've got another reason for doing so. GT with the 9 months. Thank you. Welcome back. The reason is I have a Bowmaster also. Top decked another one. All right. And they need a... Okay, they did rip... Their draw steps were Urza's Mine, Urza's Tower. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm sure glad I took the expedition maps. They name Break the Ice, which is the right name. Their hand is Saga, Labyrinth, 2 mystery cards. They're taking 4 if they tap the ring. Salsa Guide are the only one jumps you need for Ranger. Yeah, they're just way better than everything else. You lose these, I guess. Fuck, dude. Maybe not. But I thought one ring isn't a problem. Shut up. The problem here is my opponent top decked Tronland. And go elsewhere to debate. Okay, so I can hit my opponent for 7, down to 4, then they take 1, down to 3. Is that better than killing the Karn? Kill Karn, hit them for 4, down to 7, then down to 6, and then sack this in their upkeep. Maybe I don't need to sack it in their upkeep. We know their hand is... No, they're going to draw too many cards for me to not. So I'll sack it in the upkeep, they're at 6, and they can make a construct to block here, take 3, and then they go to 1 after the ring damage. Versus, like, what do they get off the Karn if I sack the Ranger-Captain? They've already gotten Walking Ballista. I beat a Worm Coil Engine. I guess I don't beat Cityscape Leveler. Yeah, Brit. Well, the bridge doesn't do anything as Ranger-Captain sack. Yeah, so it's, I put them to 7, and then they take probably 2, down to 2. Yeah, they would have to not tap the ring. If they didn't tap, so 7, put them to 7, put them to 4, then they go down to 3. If they tap the ring, they die if they get leveler. Karn plus ring an issue. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Karn. I'm just trying to think it out. But I think it is better to kill the Karn here. Yeah, they can also get Metamorph. That's true. Ring winning another game. I think we're very likely to win this game, chatters. I know everyone hates Tron, everyone hates the ring. We're probably going to win this one. My opponent doesn't play that many creatures. They have to have a creature or they're dead. Let's see. Okay, we've lost. Maybe. We have outs, but... They have one of Saga? No, we beat the Saga token. The Saga token by itself isn't enough. You were wrong. But now we need them to die to the ring. Which is not the most likely. For things after winning after ring. You've never beaten a ring before? The fact that they ripped exactly the 2 Tron pieces in a row was... For their first and second draws was, you know, what are you going to do? Right, and they have the cookbook to get enough life. Tough game. Also, like, the fact that they also had to have, like, exactly Karn, almost, off of, like, the 2 mystery cards, because if they tap the ring into those Bowmasters, they're just dead. Like, the game is just over if they're tapping the ring into the Bowmasters there. But the fact that they drew land Karn as, like, the the draws in between is just, like, so unreal. Yeah, Break the Ice is currently Disruptor Fluted. Not that it's my last card in hand. No idea how people defend ring when you see this kind of game. I don't know. Like, to be quite frank, when your opponent draws super perfectly, this is not a great time to like really complain about cards in a format. When your Tron opponent gets grief scammed and then they draw Tron piece card, and they just top deck really well, like you're just gonna lose these games. Um, but this is not like a very representative match. This is not really. Uh, I don't feel like a shining example of what it's like to play against the ring. You know, when your opponents draw like they're 2%ers, they're 1%ers. These are not the times you call for bans. I don't know. I agree. This was a very frustrating game. I you know, I'm frustrated. It looks like we have won the die roll, so I'm going to go ahead and make my mulligan decision here. I have all 3 Chthonian Nightmares in my hand, so I'm going to mulligan. And let's keep our 6. So maybe if I had hit Fire Covenant off the Cascade, that could have been enough. If I don't top deck a Galvanic Discharge. Happy enough that they drew a land. The graveyard of Subtlety. Casting a Fable, the Mirror Breaker over here. Draw a counterspell. The graveyard another Wrath the Skies. They didn't have a tune the narrative for Wrath of Skies. Opponent in the Vintage Cube match, taking some time. I'll show the board state real quick while control opponent thinks. I went Hierarch, they killed it. I played Fable. They're in the tank here. Oh, Palace Jailer is really nasty here. Well, now I can go. I guess I have to attack first, sorry. Okay, my opponent has gone tank, 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 Mystic Gate pass. Maybe they're also playing in one of these cube draftaroos. I hit my opponent for 6, down to 9. And I'm going to put 9 total points of power in play as I cast this Grief. We may have an easy W here, depending on what they have, of course. That goes without saying. Yeah, we'll take that. Wrath the Skies. Hopefully they can top deck a blank one. My opponent over here has cast a Hero of Bladehold, which is pretty interesting. So they top deck the Galvanic Discharge. So no freebie wins for me. My opponent's hand over here is 6, Corso, Crufe. It's a lot of nonsense. I'm just gonna sack the bat, kill the knight. Okay. But they conceded? My opponent, you were not dead on board. You concede. What the hell? We're in a challenge. I mean, I'll take it. No, actually, never mind. Next turn I can, over here, copy Tarmogoyf and Raging Ravine. It's a little bit worse than the Wrath the Skies. I think I want Sanctifier as my anti-Flage card. Okay, let me win this game real quick, maybe. It's kind of an interesting pickup, the microspawn. Yeah, it seems like I should just copy here. Okay, going to game 3 in the cube match. Sorry for the double Q. My challenge hand is good enough to keep. Is also included in every white mid-range deck at this point. It's also like Guide of Souls is definitely this really good new package of cards to be playing. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily 100% mandatory. Let's see. You have to take that counter spell. Got a really interesting hand here on the cube draft. I'm going to keep it. But it keeps a card on top. I have to upkeep sack this Ranger-Captain to stop the ring from coming down. The discharge. Sorry. Cast Narset, reveal discharge. Keep that on top. Cast a turn 2 Generous End over here. So they get rid of my Sanctifier, so future Flage can come down. Get a tap Scalding Turn. Your turn. Okay, so over here, say no to this Mana Vault. I guess we'll just go Fire Covenant this turn. And then next turn we can go Tarmogoyf plus Detective's Phoenix onto the Tarmogoyf. Oh, sorry, I forgot you always have to collect Evidence 6. Okay, we'll just come back over here. Well, it's got one card in their hand. We're feeling pretty good about this spot. Okay. So they got one card in their hand. I'm going to be drawing up my second card in hand here. It's a pretty good one, honestly. My opponent over here is casting Bring to Life for 4. Do they run Supreme Verdict? Not always, or not often. But I'm gonna upkeep sack this Ranger-Captain, Shadow Fable, the Mirror Breaker, as I grab another Ocelot Pride. Okay, 3-1. I got a kind of an interesting opener. I think I need to click the keep button. Keeping kind of a speculative hand over here. Island Urza Saga, huh? Someone let our opponent cook, it seems. Okay, I've stumbled after keeping an Ancient Tomb hand that needed to draw any land. Did not. I kept 2 lands, but I didn't draw the third one. Oh, it's just Nadu, obviously. The basic island was kind of throwing me off. It's gonna be a tough one. Cast a Bloodbraid Challenger into a Bombardiers here on turn 3. Unfortunately, I double tap land, couldn't do turn 2. Let's sack the Mana Vault. Well, we could win here, actually. Yeah, I just have the Solitude, so if they have to hit 2 lands here for them to not die, so... Alright. Well, I can't believe they win for the Summoner's Pact. Kind of a freebie. Oh my gosh, they hit Delighted Halfling. No! Fuck. I don't have another removal spell in my hand. Maybe I could top deck. Did not top deck. Hand is pretty bad. All I can do is play a Boggart Trawler. Yeah, just kind of toast. Thought we were going to get that one with the cheesy win. Solitude the 17 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Good luck on the creator application, of course. I'm getting one ringed over here in cube. I got an into go. It's going to go to game 2. We have a couple of Damping Matrix to bring in. We're also going to bring in the Fatal Pushes and the Thoughtseizes. I'm going to cut all the Ajanis. And the Ranger-Captain is kind of bad in the matchup. It's also kind of awkward on the curve, so we trim him there. It looks like this now. Looks pretty good. Over here, we're in game 3 in the cube drafts. Board state looks pretty nice for us. You know, the One Ring not as good in cube when it's harder to get rid of. Can get rid of it with the Thopter Foundry, though. What if my opponent has the Cryptic Command up again? So I guess to play around Cryptic Command, we're going to go to combat. Send with the team. Ajani Nightmare and Bowmasters? No, Bowmasters kills a good amount of their stuff. We also need it for black cards for grief. They can live if they sacrifice all of their stuff here. I think I have to mulligan my opener. It's just not good in this matchup. It's just 2 Goddess Souls, but not doing enough. Oh, they Tidebindered my Bombardier here. But they didn't sack the ring. My hand's really tough on this side of, over here. I was kind of stalling, I guess. Not a bad turn 1. Let's grief them. Alright, so over here, I'm a little bit short of escaping my Detective's Phoenix. I don't think I want to shuffle that Thopter Foundry back into the deck, but we get to play our Endurance out. They have to Haywire Might their ring. We have 4 lethal attackers, and they've got 2, or sorry, not 4 lethal attackers. That being said, this also lets me escape the Phoenix, so... Alright, 2 damage, destroy artifact. They'll kill the Bombardier, but then we get to Detective's Phoenix, and then they have to activate the Might now. So we're 2-0 in our cube draft. Down a game against Nadu here. Surprised that cube draft match took so long. My opponent's hand is double Court of Calling, Shifting Woodland, which enters tapped mystery card, right? Oh, sorry, 1 Court of Calling. Shifting Woodland, 2 mystery cards. Unfortunately for me, they found another Springheart Nantuko. I have a Nightmare in my hand, but I can't get back this Grief. I'm a mana short. Or, an energy short. I can't upkeep Ranger-Captain to stop the cord. That top deck Nantuko was pretty good. Titania, huh? Okay, well, Nadu sure still is legal, huh? 3-2 this league is what it is, or this challenge. We'll play at least one more. Also, the whole conversation about, like, Moxes as mana sources is always, like, a little weird, where, like, you need lands with your Moxes. Pretty bad. There's only one more round. There's 2 more rounds of Swiss, including this one. Scolding is nice to have with library since it can help versus the worst matchup. It can counter Bowmaster is what you're saying? But yeah, I think it's okay to play 15 lands, but I like to play a lot of lands. Strike my Ocelot down, and another will take its place. It counters on the Guide of Souls to protect it, I think. And if my opponent has, I mean, they're pausing like they might have something. 5, 6, 7, 8. I just can't really believe they have another removal spell in their hand, I guess. If they've been sandbagging it and they haven't played it yet, you know, good beats. But like the fact that, okay, well, we're gonna get to copy the 2-1 and go crazy. We're gonna copy both 2-1s actually, which didn't seem very likely that they could have it. So good news is we maybe just will win this match really fast and get back to cubing. All right. So I think I'm sideboarding roughly like this again. Yeah, I like this plan last time. Whatever loss has been. We lost to Nadu and we lost to Tron. And we beat Jeskai. We beat Mardu Energy twice. On the draw. So a ton of Boros. We played against Mardu, not Boros twice. Looks like Mardu again. Once Stone is gone, Boros Marty will be the best deck. I don't know. These decks are really powerful, but they have like no good matchups. Is kind of seems to be the dynamic at the moment. Has Rakdos fallen out of contention at a top tier deck? Yeah, it seems that way. But that you could never play the deck, you know. Does our opponent have another Bowmasters? And keep that. Just need another land. Why do you think they don't run Bombardment when the historic versions do? So modern and historic are very different formats where like you need to be as fast as possible in these Boros builds, otherwise you're gonna get so run over, it's kinda wild. And you just can't really afford to like play a slow, dirtily card like Bombardment. It's just not that fast of a card. Opponent's still missing some land drops. I think I'm not attacking with my Sanctifier. Is your opponent's deck typically have Sanctifier? Not usually, because they have Flage. Another reason to play Orzhov. The Thoughtseize me in my hand is Fatal Push, Nightmare, Solitude, Nightmare. Wait, Solitude, Fatal Push, Nightmare. That's it. They have their own Ocelot Pride. Yeah, they did not seem to find the best block here. A little bit painful to do this. We got some life gain. Oh, also this gives me double City's Blessing, right? It's like Mardu's the new big event of both Blind Timeless. Maybe. I think we're going to beat it 3 times with our Orzhov build, which is kind of bodes poorly for Mardu. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to block. Get to gain 3 life. I'll kill the Ajani. Doesn't really matter what they kill with the Ajani, because I'm just going to get to recur stuff. Oh, sorry, I should have also blocked with my Ocelot Pride, though. No, because they trade. Right? Playing Mardu could be running more Nightmares Ranger Captain. Yeah. I mean, I think they should be running Ranger-Captain for sure, at the very least. Of course, I think this, since it's all I can talk about, is how good Ranger-Captain is. Yeah, hot take alert. Johnny down. Let's see if we Didn't surveil anything better into her yard to Nightmare. I guess I could take the hand hider down. It's kind of bad to like lose the creature in the yard. I'm just gonna leave the Nightmare in play for now. Because I want to be able to like sack Solitude and like scam Solitude a few times maybe. But it's also been stuck on 2 lands. You got 2 cats. I have 10 cats, 12 cats, 13. They have a Bowmaster, I guess. I would not lifelink this turn afraid to crash. We're not going to crash Magic Online with only making 6 tokens in the turn. We'll be okay. Not going to happen. Don't worry. We have this built, right? Interesting. Anything else? Okay, it's pretty big.
So I can't take boosts to the vet because they had an outage.
Oh no. Yeah, the internet outage thing. Yeah. How's she doing today? Is she doing? Okay, you got 3 cards left. Bowmaster ping, block, super dead. It gives us the GGs. We've been farming Mardu this whole tourney. Opponents on a multi 6. Opponent says no to all of these, including an Urza's Tower. So we can infer that they have another one. Thank you for the raid, Doom. Hope you're doing well today. Appreciate you. Welcome, everybody. What is this? What is your hand, brother? What the fuck? Of course they have natural Tron. What is your hand, dude? They must have just drawn the mime, right? They must have just drawn the mime. It has to be, though. There's no way, no other way they would do that. Probably not getting out of this one. Pretty cooked. Pretty dang cooked. Have some draws, and they can't draw anything relevant, of course. This is winning in. Probably winning in. Not locked in. Alright, let's Bowmaster that. Tron looks very unfavorable for the deck. I guess so. We have 4 break dice to the sideboard at least. It's also, I don't know. I agree. I agree. Natural Tron, lots of stuff. What are you gonna do? Oh, I forgot to put the hand hider on. I mean, if they don't draw anything relevant the rest of the game, then we're in there. Yeah, they had Natural Tron on the play. It's not a lot of decks are beating this. Natural Tron with like 4 payoffs. Tron plays Cookbook to Madness Emrakul. Okay, let's go to game 2. Stick to our sideboard plan. Let's draw 2 Break the Ice and both sideboard games. Easy peasy. You know, like Damping Sphere? This is not Damping Sphere, this is Damping Matrix. You could bring it in, honestly, it just like turns off the ring. You have Bowmasters. I think I can keep my hand. It's a little bit weird. Runs on a mold to 6. Echoing question mark. Are you saying that you hear an echo, or I need to reset the audio interface? Why is this in there? And before opponent has Tron on turn 3 again. Why do they have Stonebrain in? So weird. Also, the Devoured got revealed twice, I see. Maybe it's going to break the ice. I mean, Stonebrain is just not a good answer to break the ice, but I guess that could be it. Let's play the Saga. Now, I'd love if they Stonebrained and named any card. I don't care what the card is. They might name Ocelot Pride. They name Break the Ice. Okay, so here's my hand. Nightmare, Ocelot Pride. I was thinking I was gonna scam Grief on turn 2, but the hand was really bad. So I ended up doing this instead. Which gives me more energy too for future turns. I don't think I can really jump. Maybe I can. Yeah, I guess I can, because I'm going to sack the Guide of Souls to get back Grief, to get rid of the Devourer. And then I'll have enough energy after that to jump. And then I'll upkeep Ranger Sack to play around the... Well, I guess I'm just going to I'm just going to keep upkeep Ranger Captaining. -1 damage. This was +1 damage because I got to put 2 counters on my Guide of Souls this way. I wouldn't have been able to do it the other way. Why did I take Devour? I'm going to sack Ranger-Captain so they can't cast any non-creature spells. So let's take the creature spell. $6 a month for the rest of your life. Please and thank you. Okay, on the draw for game 3. I have 3 Griefs in my hand. But no Ephemerates, so let's mull again. Once on the mull to 6. I go to 5. 0 lander, I have to go to 4. Once on 5. With 5 with Devour, though.
How's it going?
I'm playing for probably top 8 of the challenge right now. But I just mulled to 4 in game 3. There's a tower in exile, so I think I go after the other tower. There's a mine. And the map. Oh, I guess there's also a power plant, huh? Well, I did draw 2 Break the Ice, so this is something. They do get another tower off of this. If they just have Tron pretty fast after me drawing double Break the Ice on my mull to 4, we can lose, probably. Choose the rings. I'll, get the Bowmaster the Karn and kill the Karn. Pass back. Yeah, Grief here would have been awesome. So we can save our Bowmaster. A big orc army. Alright, Nightmare, but nothing to flicker. Your turn. Not dead yet. Not going to sack the Ranger-Captain. We certainly have tried our best, They did this before getting Tron. Okay. We draw another Ranger-Captain Copium. I get to, jump this one, hit them for 5, sack a Ranger-Captain to their upkeep. Yeah, I wonder if I had not played that Nightmare out, I wonder if we had how much more of a chance we had. Because I would have been able to do this, and the next turn, Ranger-Captain loop, they maybe would just die to the ring if they can't draw a creature. It's not very likely, but might have been the best play. So now we can't even loop Ranger-Captain. Well, maybe we could overload Break the Ice. My opponent's not even tapping their ring anymore, though. We won our first Vintage Cube League, and then we won our second one. Or played out, but seems like our challenge run ends here. Or Break the Ices, not enough. They do Stonebrain, my other Break the Ice. Yeah, we lost to Tron twice, including this loss, and also to Nadu. Well, thank you for tuning in today. Tough run. Tough run. Should have played 6 Break the Ices on the board. Maybe I could also play Fulminator. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Been live for like 6 hours. And I'll probably play some...